Thanks for coming on, Mark. Can you tell me a little bit about your center, who you are, and where you're?
Yeah, so we're located in northern Wisconsin, small town of about 9,000 people, and I'm a third generation bowling proprietor. My dad and my grandpa started the center they bought it back in '69 and had gone bankrupt like two or three times before they bought it, and we've added on and grown over the years, and now I've got the fourth generation working in the center, and yeah, so it's a little bit of a smaller market, but it keeps us busy. So
Mm. And it's Lesson Gyms, Lincoln Lanes, right?
yep. Yeah. Lesson Gyms, Lincoln Lanes in Merrill, Wisconsin. Yeah.
Perfect. And now, yeah, thanks for coming on. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what it's been like working with us. Could you paint a little bit of a picture of what it was like for your marketing before we started working together and maybe what it's like today?
Yeah. So my marketing before, I try to focus on marketing, but when you're busy working in the center, it tends to be hit or miss, more reactionary than being proactive. And, really carving out time in your day is a difficult thing to do, especially when as a bowling proprietor, you're wearing so many different hats. So passing one of those hats on to somebody else that knows what they're doing and does it really well really frees you in a couple of ways. One, it frees you up to do other things, you should be working on that you're good at. And two, it frees you up because it actually, when you hand something like marketing off to somebody who knows what they're doing, it gets results, and it frees you up that way too, rather. So you're not always hunting around looking for the next, the next shiny object to chase after and try to implement, but it's sort of done for you. So
Yeah, and I think it's also worth noting that it's not not you're different from most proprietors because a lot of them don't know how to market, and that's definitely not you. You're actually very skilled as a marketer. So even, it just goes to show that you know how to do it and you could do it, but it's easier for you just to pass it off.
yeah, it's sort of funny because, I do a lot of marketing and a lot of different things. And when it comes to my own business, it's like the last thing on the list to get done.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's something I should be doing, but
Mhm.
yeah, and I know how to do a lot of it, but I pass it. I mean, you guys do such a great job on it that, I just pass it off to you guys, and the online marketing, you guys really nail out of the park. So.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I love that. So what about is like, since we've been working together, what are some of the differences you noticed or some of the things that you've noticed, as far as
Yeah, well, I think first, I want to say something about your process, because to get results, things need to be implemented, and your team is very responsive. So if there's a change that needs to be made or something needs to be done, I email something out and I get, not, it's almost an instant response, within a matter of minutes, hours, it's never gone more than a day. So, and then the results from that are, it's sort of like turning on a switch. If we need to hire somebody, you have your campaign to get people to apply. And, we run that and we have people applying. We have our birthday party campaign. We turn that on and off when we need it. And we have birthday parties coming in. We also have a banquet hall. And so you guys go, and a restaurant, sort of a finer dining restaurant. So it's not just bowling either, where we, really focus on promoting the restaurant and the weddings, and both of those, it's almost like flipping a switch. So it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice because traditionally a lot of times the marketing it takes several months to see anything from it, whereas with the digital, like you said, it is like a switch just because we are quick to market.
Yep.
As far as your center, 2022 is a good year for you.
Yeah. It's weird coming off of, we're still coming off of COVID, and people are different, and their behaviors are constantly changing. So I think it's important to be in front of them, as much as possible, be omnipresent all over the place. And definitely what you guys do helps. And we did have a very good year where, working our way back to pre-COVID income, which is great to see. So.
Awesome. And then the last thing I just want to ask you about is, what would you say to someone who's maybe on the fence, is thinking about working with us, but isn't quite sure? What would you say to that proprietor?
Yeah, one of the great things with you guys is you're almost no risk, because there's no long-term contracts or anything. So, go ahead and give it a try. There's an investment there, but there's a bigger and almost like divestment in not doing anything. I mean, the longer you wait and put things off, the more money you're going to lose by not taking action. So, and push ahead, and you have to take action and try new things and do different things if you want to grow. It's the only way, because hoping and praying doesn't get actual results when it comes to growing your business. So
Right. Yeah. Hope is not a strategy is a saying I've heard.
praying is great. Praying is
Right.
important. I do it every day, but God wants you to take action too.
Right.
So.
Exactly. Absolutely. He helps them, those who help themselves. Right.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. Well, again, I really appreciate Mark taking the time. It's been a pleasure working with you guys.
Yeah. Same here. I love working with you and your team. So.